If you've been to a health food store on Maui lately, you've probably seen Noni Maui Health, which is a product developed by Noni Biotech International here in Haiku. The company started about 15 years ago doing breast cancer research.
David Backstrom is the founder and CEO of Noni Biotech International. And about 3 years ago, he started this lab here in Haiku to do some of the research and development on anti-cancer compounds that are in the noni juice. The research started as breast cancer from Louisiana State University. Initially what they did was they took breast cancer from a human breast cancer patient and they plated plugs onto petri dishes. And then those breast cancers will grow blood vessels called angiogenesis in order to supply that tumor with the proper nutrients and oxygen that it needs to grow and metastasize. So this process of angiogenesis is the process that's affected by a compound within the noni.
The anti-cancer compounds we think is what's called a fraction. So the fraction is obviously in the juice when you're drinking the juice, but we're trying to isolate the active compound so that we can help more people and make it more potent and put it in a nutraceutical, and it could also eventually, be used as a drug.
The company uses zebrafish in their clinical trials because of their fast reproduction levels and their ability to isolate the noni product.
You may say, oh, well, zebrafish, what does that have to do with a human? Zebrafish, a lot of the proteins that are involved in the angiogenic process in growing blood vessels are the same proteins that we have in our bodies as a human. So we use a zebrafish embryo model in order to see if the noni compounds are blocking the same vessels growth in a zebrafish embryo, and we can correlate that to growth of a tumor and the blood vessel supply that a tumor recruits from your existing blood vessels, the process of angiogenesis. This is our embryo media here. This is what we grow the zebrafish in, the embryos. It has special salts that help them and their immune system to remain strong throughout their growth phase as an embryo. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull up some of this embryo media. Put that in this tube. And then I'm going to add, this is called tricaine. It's basically like an anesthetizing agent. So when we want to film the zebrafish embryo on the microscope, we need to slow them down because they move kind of fast. So this is an anesthetizing agent. It won't hurt them at all. It'll just put them to sleep. So we'll be able to film them on the computer. So now I'm going to try to grab one of these guys. They're really fast, so. Okay. And this is called a depression slide. It has a little depression. Okay. Now we're just going to add a few drops of our embryo media with tricaine. And now we're going to bring them over to the microscope. So there's our zebrafish embryo. This is about 2 days old embryo. Within the first 24 hours, the zebrafish is developing its circulatory system. That's our window of opportunity to test the noni compounds, which are potentially anti-angiogenic and stopping blood vessel growth to tumors. It's the same angiogenic process that these young embryos in the zebrafish use to grow blood vessels from their existing blood vessels into their trunk as they grow between 15 and about 21 hours of age.
Maui Biotech International actually holds the first patent in the U.S. for processing noni products. Now, if you're from the islands, you probably have a relative who uses the old school way of fermenting the product, which is not very tasty, but Noni Biotech packages their product, and its much more tasty version can be found in local health food stores.
Well, it's been used traditionally. The Tahitians brought it here 1,600 years ago, and the Hawaiians use it for probably about 200 different ailments, including topical ailments and internal problems and diseases. So it's a mecca. It's a powerhouse of incredible medicinal qualities in every aspect of it. It doesn't smell that good. We have a certain patented methodology that we use for harvesting it and processing it. So it is a fruit, so you can get it sweeter if you pick it when it's ripe. Traditionally, the Hawaiians used to ferment it, so they would age it for 3 months, 6 months, and tastes pretty bad when you ferment for a long period of time, and it turns kind of black, looks like motor oil. But you can see with this color of the fruit, it's not fermented. It's a nice amber color. And being a fruit, it has a lot of polysaccharides. It has a lot of sugars in it. So you just have to process it correctly so that you pick the fruit and squeeze it when it's at its peak moment. And that's when it has the most medicinal value as well.
And then we should also note that the spa products are actually just like a regular scented lotion, right?
The spa products are fantastic because the Hawaiians used noni topically quite a bit. So there's a lot of topical medicinal value to noni. We have 6 or 7 products now on the spa line, and they all have, my favorite one is rainforest scent. And then we have cocoa mango, we have noni sunscreens, we have rejuvenating lotions for aging, anti-aging creams, regular body lotions, after sun. Noni's very powerful for sun-damaged skin and after sun, so that'll be in the stores soon.
Noni Biotech is part of the high-tech industry on Maui. Proceeds from product sales go directly back to research for the company. For MauiToday.tv, I'm Wendy Osher.
Maui Today.